You're going to shit when you watch this.
Bow, 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 bow! Ooh.
Oh, yeah, here we are. One host short, but we have a substitute. I'm your buddy Andy, you know that. And I'm here with Chris, but Nick was not available today. So our dear friend Bob is sitting in for Nick today. So, hey, Bob.
Hey, guys.
So, it looks like you brought some, I don't know if I should say gifts. Maybe gifts. You're bearing gifts. That works, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we just get right into it? Let's see what's in this bag.
We should probably drop some context here as to why Nick isn't present. It is Easter.
Is he eating lamb today?
I don't know if he eats lamb. I want to say he does not eat lamb.
Yeah, if it's a fool's errand to try and predict what that guy's going to do in any given situation. What normal people do, he don't do it. So.
Yeah.
But it is Easter today. I was in Jamaica all last week, so we couldn't obviously get together to record then.
Right.
And I don't know, I guess Easter was a weekend-long thing of activities for old Nick. So
that's how it goes.
You know, that's what. Yeah, I guess that's it. This weekend's a big deal for those Roman Catholic types.
It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just I can't relate to it personally, but I guess it's a big deal for some people. Bob,
don't listen to this idiot.
Bob obviously is.
Yeah, not a big deal for me.
Yeah, I can't relate to it. So I mean, especially 2 days worth of things going on. But anyway.
Bob, what do you got in the bag?
I got you some stuff. You guys some stuff from the Kiss Cruise.
And that was October, right?
Yeah.
But we haven't seen each other since then.
No.
How crazy.
I don't like coming this far south usually, but...
I understand.
I got you guys a photo signed by Ken Kelly here to
wow.
all the guys, Pot of Thunder.
Oh, my God. Can I see?
So
sweet.
That's for you guys. Here, you know what? You could open it.
Ken Kelly, artist who did the covers of Destroyer and Love Gun and what? Wow!
Yeah,
look at that.
It's just a bunch of random shit. You can totally see it right now in the dark too.
That's good. It's perfect.
Let's play guess. You guys should put it on
Just
Facebook.
feel it.
What is Andy holding?
Yeah, we've got the Kiss Cruise Alive 5 koozie, beer koozie. Toss that over to Chris.
It's a Diet Mountain Dew koozie.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. This just keeps getting better. And look at that. The official tour T-shirt of the Kiss Cruise.
Very nice.
Event T-shirt. What would you call that?
Just the commemorative Cruise 5
Oh, a nice
T-shirt.
large.
That's for Andy.
Shit.
I thought Andy was a medium for some reason.
He is.
He's just
more
letting himself
twink
go
size,
a
right?
bit.
He is a little bit more twink size. He's a medium. He's an extra medium.
That's a medium.
Oh! Wow, that is nice.
Oh, all right. Then the large is for Nick, right?
I would have guessed you were large. I'm sorry, Chris. We
No,
could
you gotta.
we could cut the sides out like a Hulkamaniac shirt or something.
Yeah, show off my awesome obliques to the.
This is lovely. It's like a Kiss Alive baseball shirt.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Much
Be
like
real
the
nice.
Pot of Thunder shirts, right?
Yeah, I'm going to send that back. Keep this. Lovely. Thanks, dude.
So Ken Kelly was obviously on the cruise.
No, he was they were at the Hard Rock the day before. There was a Kiss cover band playing, and he was signing stuff there. So we stopped there the night before and met him.
Was that Miami?
Yeah, that was in Miami.
Yeah, I was going to say if he was on the cruise, I was going to ask if he thought he was getting any ass while he was on there.
No, Marco Mendoza took all of that up on the cruise. So.
Napkins?
Probably still wasn't enough for that guy.
And the guys from Steel Panther, they were pulling some in.
Do they legitimately?
Like hard. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It works, huh?
I don't-
Crazy,
I have
yeah.
no doubt about that.
Yeah.
So it just proves the theory that if you want to get a bunch of chicks, just start writing songs about how you get a bunch of chicks, and
Yeah.
then voila, here they come, right?
Yeah.
I
Guess
mean-
so.
Cruder the better, apparently. So the whole modern hipster sensitive guy approach, it's bullshit. We all know this.
Yep. I agree with you.
And
We all
you
know
know,
this.
you go on a kiss cruise, you see how things really are.
This is where I get crazy.
It's gonna be.
I have a 9-inch dick.
There you
It's
go. Does that work?
interesting. Yeah.
It's gonna be
So,
the Kiss Cruise or Chris Cruise this year, right?
It's going to be the Chris Cruise. Yeah.
got the cabin right above Bob's, so
How did you guys swing that?
bring your umbrella. He told me his room number because he got to book already because he was on last year's. So when my opportunity came up, you know, I logged on right at the moment when it was open to new people and picked my cabin. It was right above Bob's. Why not?
Perfect.
Makes sense to me.
Did you get a balcony?
Of course.
Nice.
So it's all there was left, but I was planning on getting one anyway.
If you're going to go, you got to go in
Yeah.
style, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the.
Porthole don't cut it.
Yeah,
really.
we did the window last year. That's a step up from the porthole,
Yeah.
and it was cool. But yeah, we went for the balcony this year.
Window's good.
Window was good.
Is porthole the
Smaller.
smallest?
Yeah.
Like, is there one with nothing?
Yeah,
I think there is.
There is.
Yeah.
and that's mostly for like the cleaning ladies.
The hired help.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not one you could get.
No, you can.
Oh, you can,
And I
but
think
you'll
those
be
go
sharing.
first. Yeah, those go first, as I'm told. So
Yeah, I mean, they're cheaper. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Right.
not cheap to go on this thing, but
And I guess if you're going to go, I mean, a lot of people have that mentality where it's like, I'm not going to be in the room anyway.
yeah,
Yeah, who cares? When I'm in the room, I'm going to be passed out. And you high five each other.
right.
Right. So,
no,
yeah.
I can get. I get that mentality. It's kind of like going to Vegas. It's like, why pimp out on a room when you're just going to be keeping your shit there and looking at the inside of your eyelids,
Right.
assuming you ever sleep. But again, that's all that was available for me, and I don't know, wanted to jazz it up a little bit for my first time. So
There you go. So that's
Any-
coming up October again?
November.
November.
Yeah.
Any word on any of the musical acts yet, Bob?
No, I haven't heard anything. I've been checking like every other day or so, but it's weird because last year I think they announced the bands or some of the bands like March 15th or 17th. So
So they're a little bit behind schedule, maybe?
yeah, and I saw the company that I think Sixth Man Cruises. They're on vacation for a couple weeks now, so they're not going to announce shit, I guess.
Cruise
for a
people
while.
take vacations, huh? That's
guess.
interesting. Do they go on cruises or what do they do? Like
They
come
stay
up
home.
north and
Yeah, they just stay home.
deal with the shitty weather, go to like Minneapolis.
Yeah, and then they get a job for a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Work at Target.
So this reminds me of a little nugget of information. Pretty sure it's got to be a Pot of Thunder exclusive that we got from talking to Jericho.
Right.
I mentioned to him about the cruise and asked him what he thought as to whether they're going to make Tommy and Eric wear the Ankh Warrior and Fox makeup. He pretty much just immediately said there's no way in hell.
Yeah, he
sees
dismissed that
happening.
idea right away.
He just doesn't think Paul and Gene are going to go there. So I don't know. I don't know about that. It kind of spoils the authenticity of the Creatures tour.
Yeah,
sort
that's
of
true.
vibe.
That's a bummer. We actually partied with Jericho a couple nights on the cruise because he's tight with my buddy Darren, aka Styx from Steel Panther,
Oh, right.
and I think I sent you guys the one picture where we were just walking around and Jericho took a picture with my wife because
Yeah,
she had
yeah,
a
yeah.
Pot of Thunder shirt on.
Right.
But he was talking to me about the show. I was like, oh yeah, I've been on a couple times, but he was very just disappointed I wasn't one of you guys.
Oh, really?
I was like, I've only been on like 3 or 4 times, and he's like, oh, that doesn't matter. Then I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. And later that night, we were at one of the after parties in one of the bars, like I think next to the casino that night, and there was a couple of us, and he was drinking vodka sodas, and so was I. So we were buying each other drinks.
Yeah.
And all your drinks go on your room key or your room card.
Yeah.
So charged to your room. And at a certain point, we're both pretty fucked up, and I don't know if I should say that because I don't know. People
yeah,
know
you
he
can
drinks,
say
right?
that.
Whatever.
Yeah,
It's a little late now. You already said it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, aren't I the? You guys edit stuff for me all the time on this podcast, so you could do that one, right?
There you go.
And not when you're actually here, just when we talk shit about you.
But he left his room key right in front of me,
Oh,
so
boy.
it could have went either way. I don't know if he was trying to, have me come up to his room,
Wow,
or he
how
was
about
just,
that?
he just had a few too many drinks. But Chris, it was fun hanging out with you that night. So,
There you go.
yeah, and
It's a small world, huh?
yeah, it's real odd. Real odd.
The Kiss universe.
Chris and I have come 180 on our view of Jericho. It seems now, right?
The two of you
Yeah.
are Chris and Bob. Yeah, see, I was... See, I think you guys should trust me more.
Yeah. Okay.
My judgment of character. I was like, this guy's great. He goes, I don't know. Told you.
Yeah,
he rules.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. Though.
My thing was, the use of our podcast's name, but
Well, I don't think he had any idea. I think we know that. Since his started, I think before ours. No, ours might have been like a week or two. But there's no way in hell.
You guys
he
can bear a
heard-
guess, though, right?
Yeah, we do. He had Paul Stanley twice. He had Gene Simmons.
You had your brother a couple times.
We had our
You.
brother. We had you and
Jay and Tom Cole.
Yeah, Nick's boyfriend, right?
right.
But no, and to Jericho's credit, the man is a professional wrestler. Where the shit talking, it's all an act or whatever. He took it for what it was. Totally cool.
There you go. So I have a nice segue here that I'd like to discuss. You're talking about how the upcoming cruise is a Creatures of the Night throwback, right?
Yes.
So another interesting point, Creatures of the Night tour was in 1983, which is when I was born, and my birthday is tomorrow, Tuesday.
All
So,
right, yeah.
Since we have no song to talk about, I thought I'd just look this up and see if there's anything worth noting here. But
so you're gonna be 33.
33 damn years old.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy, huh? I've known Bob since I was 14 and Chris since I was 19. So how about that? How about that?
Scary.
More than half your life.
Yeah.
For Bob, anyway.
Yeah. So on my birthday, my actual birthday, 1983, when my parents put out an ad that said "Baby wanted with flashing balls," and that came out. On my actual birthday, Kiss did not perform, but the day before, so 33 years ago today, when this podcast came out, Kiss performed in Phoenix at Veterans Memorial Coliseum with Motley Crue. Cost of a ticket to see Kiss and the Crew, $9. How about that? And that was a 10,000 seat capacity venue. How many tickets sold? 5,992. And that's kind of weird, isn't it?
It's like twice the cruise.
Yeah.
Now, was this after they took the makeup off?
No,
or-
this is the last tour before. So this is Ankh Warrior Fox tour. Then Lick It Up is the...
So this is the tour they're doing cocaine all the time, probably, right?
Well, I mean, the tempos would make you think
Yeah.
so. Because
Yeah.
I was actually listening to some of these. I found some bootlegs from this tour. It is extremely fast.
Is this
actually.
when they had the tank on stage for the tour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tank turret thing. Actually, here. I'll play like a second or two of this Creatures of the Night. From the day before that, 327.
Is that a full show?
Yeah. Creatures of the Night. Cranking it up. That was a thing to do then, though, right? Isn't that like...
Crank.
yeah, right? But like super fast tempos was kind of hot around that time. Like Maiden was doing all the...
Well, I don't think it was in fashion. I just think most of those guys were tooted up. And
Well, right.
That's what happened.
But I mean, that becomes
A nose
a
whiskey.
reality. Yeah.
Nose whiskey, yes.
So there you go.
If you've ever played, Bob, have you ever played with a coked up drummer?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
at your
it's
your
fucking
old
it's ridiculous,
venue.
man.
Yeah.
At Chris's
Yeah.
old cafe.
I think our old drummer did pretty much everything except hair on at your old place.
Yeah, I mean, we had drummer and a singer who were coke heads together. It's like, every song. Okay, we got to take a break.
That could be fun.
Dash off and powder their noses and come back, and it would be even faster after that. These were just ridiculous.
I don't go for that shit.
I was just in Milwaukee yesterday, and a girlfriend kicked the women's room door in on her boyfriend and some other guy doing key bumps in the bathroom. So
There you go.
that was pretty funny.
That's still happening.
It was a good end.
Now, was she pissed off that she wasn't included, or that he was doing coke?
Yeah, that he was doing coke. So it was pretty funny. We had quite a good chuckle on the way home.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So she barged in while you were in there? And
No. We were like in the back where the band was we were loading up gear, and there's 2 bathrooms back there, and there's a women's and men's, and there's 2 guys in the women's washroom with the door locked. And she came back there, and we're like, I don't know where this guy is, but she knew right where he was at, so she's pounding the door for a while, and then kicked it several times till they opened it. And then yelling ensued.
And then she busted the door down?
Yeah, she kicked it. It looked like it was going to fucking break open, and then they finally unlocked it. But, yeah.
Harsh and they're mellow, or in this case, they're opposite of mellow.
Right, yeah.
Whatever it is, but yeah. It's nothing worse than having a key in your nose and suddenly the door bursts open. It's like you're either going to spill the cocaine or you're going to jam that key up your nostril. Either way, it's a bad scene.
It's a lose-lose, huh?
Yeah.
Bad stuff.
So, birthday tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Big 3-3, that's right. You still have time. I'm accepting late gifts. Amazon Prime can get it here in time.
I think there's 2 picks I got for you for your birthday in the bottom of that bag.
I did get it. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Tommy Thayer. Oh, wow. Look at that. Night 1, Halloween night.
There you go.
There's 2? The other one might be
2.
stuck in the flaps.
No Eric Singer merchandise for this guy?
No, sorry.
That's all right. Don't need that.
Not to get sidetracked, but did you, for the pictures, Chris, did you opt for the photos with the makeup or without it?
Without.
Yeah, me too. That's what we did
Oh, you
last
could
year.
pick?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
The wait is much less time for no makeup.
Is
Plus
that why you did
I
it?
like the age with Kiss.
Yeah.
So
I don't want one of those 6-inch heels up my ass when they figure out who I am. They're not going to be as nice as Jericho when they find out who I am and if they have any clue of what I've said about them over
especially
the years.
Gene.
Oh yeah,
Might as well
there
do
might
this
be
again.
a scuffle.
I don't go for that shit.
What's he even saying?
He said, I don't go for that shit.
Yeah.
One more time.
I don't go for that shit.
There you go.
Yeah, like Bob accusing them of doing cocaine. No, of course not. They never did that, Bob.
No.
It's like Nugent never did it either.
Right.
Jeez.
Ace. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Working hard.
Yeah.
All right,
Shows always
so
get better. So let's
Nick's
get it.
out
Yeah.
because of Easter.
Right.
So we had to figure out what we were going to do. The last time we did an episode like this, I wasn't here, so you guys did a President's Day special.
Right.
Which I still haven't listened to that episode, but what the best Kiss song from each presidential administration.
Believe me, we laughed at how stupid it was.
The band's
it wasn't. We didn't think it was actually a good idea.
No, is
we
it
thought it was
song
a funny
or
idea.
album?
Best song, I think.
So,
I don't know.
So what? So it started with Nixon, obviously.
Yeah.
He would have been the first president for Kiss's career.
Yeah.
All the way up through Obama, right?
That's right.
Jeez. Well, maybe I should check that episode out. But anyway, so since today is Easter, the day we're recording it, tomorrow will be the day after Easter.
Yeah.
We figured we'd collectively try and resurrect our erections, as it were.
That works.
And have a look at Kiss Exposed, the sort of vignettes in between the musical performances, and just sort of give a running commentary of it. I'm sure other podcasts have done this before, but it was either this or not have an episode at all, and we know how people get butthurt about that. So I figured we'd put something out here, see how it turns out.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Now, Bob, you've seen this before, Kiss Exposed?
Yeah, many times, yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen this. Never watched it.
Never watched it. Well, a little background info. Came out in 1987. And that's all I know. Okay. It's a polygram home video.
Now, I'm expecting a fair amount of cheesecake in this. Am I going to be disappointed? Or
You'll not be disappointed.
because that's the whole premise of this episode, is to delve back into the good old days when men were men and women were bimbos, and
That's pretty much an ongoing theme in this
if they
home video.
if they kicked in the door on a nose whiskey party, it was A, to have some of it themselves, and B, to immediately drop to their knees afterward and go to town. None of this objecting like what Bob witnessed over the weekend. Frankly, that's outrageous, and it's an illustration of how far we've fallen as a rock and roll society. That sort of thing is allowed to happen, especially in there's a backstage scene.
Yeah, it was like a little green room area. But
This is what Five Finger Louie, is that the band?
Oh
you
no
work with, or?
Yeah, no, I tour manage 88 Fingers Louie, which is
Oh,
a couple of
okay.
guys from Rise Against. But this was I just have some buddies. One of the guys from 88 Fingers Louie, and we were talking one night. There's an old hardcore band called Minor Threat from the early 80s.
Right.
They haven't played since like 83, so I don't know, we all just love Minor Threat. We're like, it would be fun just to play some songs just for one show. So,
Right, you're okay.
So we did it, and then we started getting offers like all over to play. We're like,
Started getting booked.
yeah, and we could
Okay.
cool, we'll come play Minor Threat songs, whatever. So every like 3 or 4 months we'll play like 4 or 5 shows and then not play again for a while. So, but it's ridiculous, the shows, so whatever. So, but that was the last one, I think, till August now for us. So,
Okay.
Then back to the 88 stuff. Actually, this week we go to Florida, I think Wednesday.
Wow.
Wow. Didn't know that was that.
Yeah.
I didn't know you're a tour manager. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the real job lets me go. So
Really?
Yeah.
They got no problem with it, huh?
I got a lot of vacation time stored, so
There
good.
you go.
Yeah.
Good, real good. Actually, a couple guys I worked with, I currently work with, they went to go see you on St. Patrick's Day at Reggie's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they were
Good
telling
show.
me about
Good
it.
show.
And they said if they had one gripe about Major Threat, it's that you were too good.
Really?
Because Minor Threat's kind of,
Yeah.
they were teenagers, sloppy.
Yeah. Yeah. The with the exception of me, everyone's really a really good musician in the band.
Right.
And so like they found like all like the little stinkers in the songs, and like they actually do them.
Oh, do they?
I'm like, you guys are overthinking this shit. So
Really?
Let's just do it.
Yeah,
But,
just
yeah.
just count it off and go
Yeah.
instead of doing every mistake.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's good. Tell your friends thanks, I guess.
All right.
So, and I guess as a way to segue into what we're about to experience here, move that gooseneck out of the way. I don't want
What'd you call me?
blocking any the gooseneck
Zip-
mic thing.
Zip my pants up. All right.
Yeah, that too. His erection has been resurrected a little early, but
right.
that's what happens when you get to be 33. You have no control over it.
33 is the year that Jesus was crucified. So I better
That
better
is true.
I better
Better watch
mind
out.
my manners
That's
this
right.
year because got to make it to 34.
See,
I better not
okay.
make any wild claims about myself. How great of a podcast
Okay, I
producer
actually
I
have
am.
a couple questions. I was going to ask Nick if he was here, but we'll see what you guys have to say about it. It's sort of syntax, language related. What is the deal? What is the deal when he's referred to as the Christ? What's that all about? Have you ever
I don't
heard
know
of
what
that?
that means.
Like
No clue.
it was the Passion of the Christ, that Mel Gibson movie that came out years ago. It was
Instead
quite
of just the
controversial.
Passion of Christ.
I
Right.
mean, what kind of egomaniac is this guy? It's like saying, the Andy or the Bob. It's like, fuck you, man. Take the "the" off of that.
Well-
it's like referring to yourself in the third person.
Well, I mean,
who is this guy?
well,
Who does he think he is?
The other thing is
Son of God or something.
No, I feel like I have to play the other side. There's no. It's not actually Jesus saying the Christ, and it's Mel Gibson saying the Christ. Jesus didn't make the movie.
No, but it's I mentioned the title as an example. I've heard other like clergy people say the Christ. What the fuck is that all about?
I don't know, man.
The Christ.
You know, I went to Catholic school from kindergarten through high school.
You never heard it?
I mean, I've heard it, but I don't know why. Is my answer.
So you have heard?
Of course. But I mean,
what's it all about? What does it mean? Why is the on there?
I don't know. That's the 1 hour every day where I would just black out.
Well, I don't blame you, but maybe somebody out there can answer the question. And then my second question is this whole Christ is risen.
Has risen.
Has risen. What is this? Is risen?
Well, because
shit?
He's there.
Right,
I don't know.
It has risen.
I know, it's weird. I don't know.
Don't you have a priest friend, or what is Mike? Yeah,
nah, he's just a theology teacher.
Oh,
he's posing as a theology teacher.
You can't have
creep behind the scenes,
yeah.
But yeah.
It's like when tomorrow morning, hopefully, when Bob wakes up,
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I might still be awake.
There you go.
Bob has risen. It's not Bob is risen. What the fuck is that?
That's right.
I would like to see you post a Facebook status.
Bob is risen right now.
When you wake up.
Looking at Andy in those sweatpants over there.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What is with this monkeying around with the English language?
There's a lot of it if you go
in
through
the
it.
context of Jesus.
I don't know,
Enough.
Dude. It is strange.
Get with the
risen.
times.
I don't get it.
Enough with Jesus.
Yeah, let's start with dropping the before Christ, and then we'll move on to the is risen bit. Baby steps.
There was the last temptation of Christ, not the last temptation of the Christ.
Right. It's all over the place. We need some consistency.
Yeah.
That's where we should
Willy-nilly
start there.
with the naming.
You guys should start one of those
Christ
online
is
petitions.
risen. What is that? Stupid is what it is.
No more is. Has.
Makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
So anyway, in honor of Christ being risen, we're gonna treat ourselves to some old-fashioned 80s hedonism here.
I can't wait.
Just getting Bob, one more line of questioning before we get into it. You've identified yourself as a punk rocker. Andy and I, of course, know this. The listeners are super familiar.
I think maybe younger as a punk rock. Maybe now just like rocker. That would be fine.
Okay, rocker's good, but like back in the day, in your punk rock days, what we're about to witness here, was this kind of shunned by that community or ridiculed, or was this the type of thing that the punk rock movement was trying to get away from, this sort of shallow, just pleasures of the flesh hedonism? Was it?
Some of the bands or people
straight
I knew,
edge bands.
I would think, but that I knew. But
I'm not even talking about straight edge.
Okay.
I'm talking about
fuck
just
that.
the whole punk rock movement was like, they've had enough of this arena rock shit and all its trappings, the Led Zeppelin jumbo jets, all that shit.
Yeah.
And the stuff we're about to witness here, was this sort of thing just sort of rejected by that community that you would remember? Or?
Well, I remember some bands that would reject it, but the bands more that I hung out with, or my particular band or bands, embraced it fully and
good.
were total
like to
like
hear
pussy
this.
hounds and did Excess was awesome. So we totally loved it. And
good.
Yeah.
I feel good to
Yeah.
hear.
See, I was the other way.
yeah,
Well, yeah.
You asked the wrong guy.
I don't know if you've heard a few episodes ago, but Andy and Nick both said that the attracting women was it was a non-factor in their desire to play music, which shocked me. I can't relate to that. Can you?
no, I cannot relate to that at all. Not the slightest bit.
Being
but,
a
even back
zero,
no, totally not. Like
Really?
being an
no.
absolute non-factor, just absolutely not on the list of considerations of why you would want to play music.
No.
Getting laid.
No.
Can you believe? Did you hear that episode, Bob?
Oh, I did.
Can you fucking believe that? I still just. Again,
You're outraged.
It's
disgusted.
It makes no sense. It is borderline disgusted.
I was just trying to get girls to get away from me. It's like maybe if I act weird in front of people, there
Yeah,
won't
but
be
you,
as many.
you totally still could have got girls back then.
No, I did say that
Yeah.
it still it worked, but it wasn't the reason.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Right, it wasn't even on the list for these two.
Yeah.
It's just astonishing.
Yeah, and even Nick wasn't like as weird as he is now, like back then. And yeah, still like he was not interested in that at all.
I feel like maybe we were too young.
Too
or like
young.
Yeah, too young.
I don't know. That's how I felt about myself. Well, I was like too immature, maybe. Because like I think we discussed
It's
this.
still
and
not
now
holding any water. For me.
Now we're just recycling.
Young and
this
immature is exactly what makes you want to go get laid. Those two qualities.
But the other thing, it was like you're a teenager, you don't even drive yet. Where are you gonna go? There's like no,
And in the girl's car.
I guess if she's
parents'
older, I don't know.
In the van outside the venue.
I'm gonna get my dad to drop me off.
Have the girl
There's
pick
a
you
will,
up.
there's a will.
Why is
where
this
there's
girl
a will, there's a
driving?
way.
I'm not. She's
Older
older.
women,
I
dude.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't on my radar at like 14, 15. Didn't care.
That makes no sense to me whatsoever. And that seems to have been an attitude that carried through to their older days.
Sure.
I mean, one thing you guys accomplished is you drove plenty of venue owners away.
Yeah, that's
for
more
sure.
what we did than anything else.
Except for this idiot who booked these guys multiple times.
You just can't get away. You don't even have a venue anymore, and you're still around. You still show up once a week.
Yeah, well,
Is that place open still?
No, it's an
Is there-
edible arrangements.
Oh, okay.
yeah. It's been that way since we sold it off. So,
Yep.
all right, let's go down memory lane and treat ourselves to some old-fashioned '80s tits and ass action featuring our beloved Kiss, and we will just shoot off some thoughts about it. We're going to avoid the music performance elements of this, so this is not a 3-hour episode. Nobody wants that.
Nope.
So let's begin.
Hello. The show we are about to see is a rousing docudrama. It will be disgusting.
Chris is laughing already.
A rousing docudrama.
Who do you think wrote that? Is that Paul? Is that Gene? I feel like those guys were very hands-on with this, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, they probably collaborated on it. I got to say, this guy doesn't look at all like I pictured him to look when we've used the part of this clip as the intro. I sort of pictured him as being like an older, more white-haired guy. He's definitely looks like he's got a stick up his ass. When you look at him.
To some, titillating to others. But whether it disgusts you or titillates you, it is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So,
How about that?
this is Paul Stanley's place, his driveway.
Okay, who is this guy?
Interesting tidbit on this guy. So he's playing the role of like the journalist doing this behind the scenes, whatever you want to call it.
He looks like Donnie Iris, if anybody's ever seen what that
Who's
guy looks
that?
like.
But-
Who's that? You've had his greatest hits album in this room before.
I don't know.
It's like a bespectacled 80s rocker.
Okay. So this guy, I can't think of his name, but now I should probably look it up. But he went on to play Blinken in Robin Hood Men in Tights, the blind guy.
Wow.
So,
It is an interesting tidbit.
yep.
Is that a Mel Brooks movie?
Yeah. So 2 classic roles for this guy. I don't remember his name, but I'm going to find it. Let's continue.
Stanley's Rolls Royce. That must be Eric's Porsche. Anyway, we are here today at the Paul Stanley house for our program, Kiss Exposed. Was that good for you? I like it. And then we'll have the music up here and the titles up there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to Paul Stanley's front door. A wrought iron affair made of this twisty, foldy metal type thing.
Wrought iron affair. That's something you would say, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's, he's got the gift of gab here. So is this a Mark St. John? Is he in this movie?
No, this is Eric. Excuse me, Eric. This is Bruce and Eric.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. That's Mark Blankfield, this actor. That's his name, so what have you. In case you were playing along at home, Mark Blankfield. Can't think of it. Oh, he was on Fridays. How about that?
Okay, maybe that's how they met initially.
Maybe.
They did the Elder set of songs. Interesting.
Paul Stanley's doorbell. A doorbell. Here he comes. Paul, how are you?
Oh my God, it's Lifestyles.
No.
You were here last week.
No. This is the real behind-the-look scenes of KISS. This is our cameraman, Joseph. Joe, Paul Stanley.
Charm.
Why don't we come in?
No, wait. You guys are supposed to be here at 12 midnight.
No, that's
Okay, here we
12,
go.
in
Who's
the afternoon.
this?
Let's,
Some woman came crawling out of the shadows.
Gave her a kiss and sent her on her way.
Yep, sent her back in the house.
Now, Paul's, what's his history in terms of being married? Like, when was he married first? Do we know this?
We should. I know he was married to a woman named Pamela.
He's
but
in his
I don't
second
know
wife right now, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine this is during his single days.
You would think so.
Yeah, I don't think his first marriage lasted that long. I could be completely wrong, though.
But is his oldest son from that
Yeah.
marriage?
Right. We
Well,
can find it, but
again, they definitely embraced the whole Sunset Strip sleaze rock thing, which you actually got to give them credit for. I mean, they definitely remained relevant throughout the 80s, whereas a lot of the other 70s rock bands were not able to do that. Like, for example, you wouldn't have seen Bachman Turner Overdrive in this scenario.
I think
and
some of the
being
80s stuff.
believable.
I think some of the 80s stuff is my favorite of their catalog, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
going back to your question, it looks like he was married for the first time from 92 to 2001. So, yes, this is 87. Still single.
We start.
See these eyes? See these eyes?
Here, come out into the light, Paul.
Yeah.
See these eyes? I just woke up, okay? Come back a little later.
Paul Stanley just woke up. Later, his eyes will open. Should we cut tape and wait, or let's just keep going, huh? Okay. Sure, he'll understand film time. Later is now. Or yeah, I don't know.
I get it. You don't want to come back later.
Oh, we'd love to, but we got the Manilow. We got the Manilow concert tonight.
Manilow?
Yeah, isn't that fantastic?
Oh.
Look at the script. Sorry, Beth.
Bob, you should get one of those rock and roll all night doorbells put on your house. What do you think?
I definitely need one of those.
I saw your eyes perk up when you saw that.
I have
Surprised
6
they didn't
steps,
mark
not
in
5.
that.
Oh, you have 6. You
I
have
have
one
6.
step more than Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm surprised they didn't market that.
Why not?
Kiss doorbells.
I have the toothbrush. Wasn't it with you? I bought the toothbrush.
I think so at the Indianapolis
yeah.
Expo where
Yeah.
they have all the goofy merchandise for sale.
Yep.
Which is really the main attraction more than anything else, I think.
I should sell napkins this year because I took like a giant stack from the cruise.
You gave me some.
You got a couple there, but I probably have another 100 at home.
Really? You took that many?
Yeah, they're just laying around.
See, yeah, these are like the beverage napkins you put down and then put a drink on top of. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I got it right here.
I'm gonna go.
Just take a look at
Can I
the
go
script.
inside? You guys don't have yourselves together.
Let's go on in.
Come in.
Thanks
Come
for the
in.
invite.
Any idea
Make
if this is
yourself
his actual
Thanks a lot.
home or if they just rent out a place?
They probably rent
It's a
it.
woman sprawled out.
whoa.
Look at that.
See, we've got these really great special effects you're going to love. We got all these flying gold records.
Can you tell your friends to just back?
Could you just back off just a little, Joseph? Let's go on in here. We've got this fantastic effect with all your gold records flying around your head while you're talking.
The last video, right? You saw the last video.
It's amazing. I hope you liked it.
Well, it worked the first time.
These guys.
Did you see that? What do you think of this right here?
So I have a question. At this time, was this a thing to do, to make like a silly home video for rock bands? Did a lot of other bands do this?
I don't remember any other ones really.
I don't remember it either. I wasn't much of a home video consumer back in the day, but I don't know. The only thing I can think of that's coming to mind that's somewhat similar, but it came down the pike later, was Pantera's sort of home videos.
Right. That's probably inspired by this.
Could have been. I mean, it was
at least the idea.
It was less scripted than this, but
didn't Phil take his dick out in that too? I think.
Probably.
Yeah, I think
sounds like something Phil would do.
Amazon Prime, get that in 2 days. Birthday's coming up.
Phil's dick. Phil Anselmo's dick.
It says you're gonna do a little.
Jeez.
You didn't see that.
Okay.
Another woman.
Did see
bikini-clad blonde
you got
rushing
the
down
uncensored
the
version of
stairs.
Who Wants to Be Lonely?
That's right.
The version that they didn't show on television.
That's one.
Yeah, that's right.
Uncensored
Play
version.
it. Here, Joseph.
Where'd you get that from?
Magic.
All right.
All right, skipping through that.
Which is Paul's room? Eric Carr. It is so good to meet you. Where can I find Paul? Over there.
Eric, where are you? I'm not through with you yet.
I would run away from that voice as well.
Yeah, just stop talking. Woman being passed out, being dusted by the butler, like literally feather dusted.
Here.
There's another woman passed out in the back.
I think this must be Paul's room.
Great fall.
Oh, you're up in my beauty sleep.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez, look at that. Look at all these women. There's a monkey on the bed, too.
As long as
A
you're
chimp.
here, maybe
Dressed up like Miami Vice.
Tell them who you are.
I'm Carol.
Into the camera.
I'm Carol.
Cindy, tell them.
No, Stevie. I'm Carol number 3.
Right.
Latina down there.
Carol number 2.
Right, and you're.
I'm Carol number 4.
I know who you're.
Carol number 5.
Jeez.
So I guess you could say you went caroling last night.
Yeah. Listen, Sonny, come here. I want you to meet Sonny Crockett, my best friend.
Sonny
Only
Crockett.
he doesn't know he's a monkey. Sonny, how are you? Good. Listen, watch this. Girls, what's your favorite Kiss video?
All night.
And why?
Because it reminds us of you.
Got him well trained. Put that on now.
I'm sorry. We can't find that tape.
I worked this out. Put that on.
Well, you see, Len at the record company said that.
I thought Len was fired.
Well, we'd like to see "Lick It Up" now.
No, put on All Night.
Well, okay, all right. We can put it in at the edit. I hope Len doesn't get pissed. Oh, what the heck? I mean, you're Kiss.
I want to see All Night. Put on All Night. Yeah.
All night.
All Night.
All right. Well, that was good with the what were there 6 women in that bed or
6
5?
carols.
Six carols.
Jeez. And
I like
you just
number
don't.
3 the best. 3 was my fave.
You think?
I like Carol 4. So hey, we're not button heads.
Perfect.
We're not bumping balls.
No Eiffel Tower.
Nope.
Do you ever envision a time when that sort of thing is going to come back in vogue, where bands are showing themselves engaging that kind of behavior again?
I'm trying right now with Major Threat.
With Major Threat. Does that work?
No, not at all.
But that's, I mean, like Steel Panther is the only band that's celebrating it, but they're, for the most part, if not completely, a parody.
Right.
It's like, why can't a band that actually conducts itself that way be as popular as the parody band? That's what I don't get.
Well, I didn't. Russ from Panther played in was it Halford? Or no, Fight. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Fight. Yeah. But I don't think Rob was had bunches of carols laying around him.
Unless it was the Polish male version.
Yeah.
KROL.
Have you heard of that band White Denim?
I have not.
Yeah, they're kind of, it's a newish band that's kind of getting some traction, and they've got, so there's sort of a sleaze rock sound, something like that.
Cool.
It's good. But it's like, I wonder if there will ever be a time when the carousel will come all the way back around, and like a band like that will be hugely popular again, and this sort of presentation is in vogue again.
Right.
I mean, the objectifying of women in this video is pretty much off the chart.
Yeah,
It'd be shocking for someone to see this nowadays and think that it was pretty much the norm, like on MTV and elsewhere back in those days, which I contend was better.
Yeah, I'm with
but
you.
I'm an old guy. What do I know?
I'm not old. And it's awesome.
Thanks.
Hey, we have another woman passed out on the
Hi.
table.
That's real
Breakfast
funny.
table.
Sometimes people don't understand that with a lifestyle like mine, partying, getting crazy, it's real important to eat right. Nutrition becomes very, very important. You lose minerals, vitamins. What are all those other fancy things? Everything.
Electrolytes.
Blonde
It's nice. I
coming
feel
in.
like a raisin. So anyway, what I do when I wake up, doesn't matter when I wake up, that's breakfast time. Breakfast is very important. It's the most important meal of the day because I don't eat any other meal. Try to have a little melon, grapes, bananas, trail mix, granola. Fancy name, a little more expensive.
I'm just wondering why. Like, this scene makes me laugh because it's Paul Stanley, but it's like, do you think he sat down with a notebook and wrote this out? Or do you think he's just, like, making up nonsense with whatever's around?
I think it's too good to just come off the
Right,
cuff, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird. I don't know.
I don't know if it's scripted out, but I would doubt that this was the first take of this. That he sort of stumbled upon a theme he wanted to do and just was sort of stream of consciousness in it, so to speak. Easy for me to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's very strange.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, that's... I don't know. I guess that's what what they're like.
Now, is he spreading this fruit out on the woman who's passed out on this table? Or
no,
like,
I think he's... the blonde next to him has a plate, too, so he's putting a little bit on her plate. Equal parts to what he's eating.
Yeah, it'd be kind of gross to put it on the woman on the table since she still has clothes on.
Yeah, right.
There's like hair or something on her shirt.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't think body hair didn't bother people in the 80s like it does now, believe me.
Gross.
It's pretty gross.
Bran flakes. You ever read? I was reading something, Reader's Digest, doctor's office. It was saying something about how important roughage is to the diet. I'm a pretty rough guy. Secret ingredient? Root beer.
Not milk.
Root beer. It's the ultimate legal high. Sugar.
Well, it is a natural food. It's made from roots.
Natural roots.
I see. Do you ever have meat for breakfast?
Only when it's fresh.
I see.
Oh, God. Wow. Yeah, that kind of objectifying of women would be just summarily rejected nowadays. These guys would be, if they were trying to, come out with this as a band on the rise or trying to stay relevant, they would be just shunned. I mean, can you imagine on social media where everything's an outrage?
Right.
I mean, all the fucking blogosphere would blow up over this stuff, how outrageous this is.
It seems like people are hungry for this, though, now. I mean, if Steel Panther's doing it as what you said, a parody, and they're cleaning up, Doesn't that make you
Yeah,
think
but
there's
so
room
where
for
are the real bands that are conducting themselves this way?
Major Threat?
Yeah, you know what? I would love for it to be that way, but the rest of the guys in the band are just not like that at all.
They're no fun, is what you're telling me?
No, they're a lot of fun. Just
Okay.
one of the guys, like every city we go to, he's like on Tinder the whole time. Just like
Well, that's kind of a
He's
modern
trying.
version of this.
yeah, but unfortunately our crowd caters to like older dudes.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
Minor Threat wasn't exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we discussed
How do you know
this
he's not Tindering for older dudes?
because he's not grindering.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at his
there
phone.
you go.
So.
Okay, that's right. There's a fine line there. But yeah, I mean, but again, I mean, that's the thing. I couldn't even name 5 bands that are newer that are, not a knock on you guys, but that aren't a tribute band or that aren't a parody band. And there's clearly a market for it, but
Anybody on the Kiss cruise last year like that?
Just trying to pick up chicks the whole time. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I mean, any of the other, because you said Steel Panther's like that. Any of the other
No.
bands? No.
No, not at all.
Everyone's like
Yeah.
drinking their vegetable drinks and working out and going to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So
But were there any like younger bands on the
there was
roster?
there was a cover band. I don't know if they're from
Cover?
Australia or something like that. So they played. What are they called? Big Rock Show or something like that.
Big Rock Show. Yep.
And they just played covers, but I mean they looked the part, but I don't know if they were trying to pull some
Yeah.
trail mix in or anything like that. But
See if any of them
Fresh meat, so
Yeah.
to speak.
yeah,
Well, I don't know.
I think bands are just too afraid, like with Facebook and the internet and everything, because right away if you do something like you guys were saying, like people just freak out over
Oh yeah.
nothing.
And
so.
then it's like, oh, get this person fired. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, burn their albums in the street. They're objectifying women.
Maybe
We
it's
can't
the
have
time
that.
to do it though. Even if you're not even like that, maybe you just do it.
I think Panther already had like a following. I mean, internet has been around for forever, but
Yeah.
I think Steel Panther was underground enough and like built their following, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
But
Right, but this sort of thing wouldn't be believable in a Band of Horses video.
Right,
you know what
right,
I'm
right.
saying?
right,
That they come off stage being all hipsterific, and they're a bunch of pussy chasing sleaze bags
right.
on their own time. It's just it's not believable. I mean, this is totally believable.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are just, and having grown up in the 80s, obviously I didn't participate in any of this, but sadly, the whole early MTV decade, the first decade, was all about this kind of hedonism, and sleaze metal was at the top of the heap. I mean, the equivalent of what's the Carson Daly show, TRL or whatever. It's
right.
all fucking Winger and Def Leppard videos,
Right.
all portraying this kind of thing. So I don't know. I for one would be shocked if it ever came back into vogue, but I would be in favor of it.
Paul, this obviously works for you. Let me ask you. You've had a long creative relationship with Gene Simmons. When did it start?
He's up. Let's go talk to him.
Let's go.
They live in the same house.
Wait till you see this guy.
That was the thing when
Come
I
on
was a
upstairs.
kid.
You gotta see Gene's room.
Where
Gene
you just
is a
assumed
strange
everyone
human
lived
being.
together?
Strange has kind of an
Bands, you mean?
Yeah.
Stretching the point.
I
Just
do a
a
lot of band houses.
Right. You
Yeah.
thought like every band lives together. They're always they're always traveling together.
Yeah.
Not like
Definitely in the formative years, it's how it should be. This is obviously
right, but I meant like when I was a kid watching MTV, it was just like a thought in my head, like, oh, this band must just, like they just live together. It was just like, it just made sense in my head. Maybe I saw some part of this or something, and I just thought, oh, that must be how it all is. And
Did
then
you
you
ever
realize that everyone's taking their own bus.
Did you ever live with one of your bandmates before?
No.
Wow.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's something else
I
he
have.
never did. Odd individuals, these Jones brothers.
Wow.
Missed out on some
weird,
experiences.
but their whole music experience just is so alien to how it should be.
Disappointing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Not after the women and never cohabitated with their bandmates. It's just bizarre to me. I don't know what the hell you guys were trying to do.
And they don't eat ham for Easter.
Right. Yeah, I had ham today. I'll have you know, I expected ham, and I had ham. Nick, I'm not sure. We'll find out next week. I don't know how
More on that later.
Yeah, exactly.
I tried to make this room up to be like his place at home.
Now, question. Why did that woman who just ran by, why did they black her eyes out? Did she not sign the release, or is that part of the act?
My guess it's part of the act, but it could be what the first one. I mean...
Oh, wait. I think I
maybe
know.
she
I
had
think I remember what
thoughts.
happens next. Hold
That
on.
was the same girl that was with the annoying voice, too, that was
Was
screaming
it?
at Eric. I think it
They
was.
just put her in a different outfit?
Yeah.
Bruce! Is this the documentary?
Yes.
Edit her out. Well, edit her out.
There you
Edit
go.
her out when we put this
I forgot
It's all
about that.
part of the act.
I hadn't seen it for a while.
Together. Cuties out.
You know, I figured
Cutie's
Gene
out.
needed a place that was
Cutie?
really like a
Yep.
home for him. I figure some people want a fireplace, other people want a house that they can set on fire. It's kind of like, well, you know, he's the kind of guy who travels a lot. It's kind of like it's gothic, but it's also rather quaint. Come on, I know he's inside. It may be a little different than what you're used to, but it's definitely not Macy's.
Sort of a cross between Chamber of Horrors and...
Come on in.
Microphone, I want to get this. Thanks.
Try to stay together. I've lost people.
My God.
Watch out for the candles.
Look at this over here. Look at this. This is Gene Simmons' bedroom.
Well, this is his bedroom. I mean, it's not the whole thing, but he calls this the sleeping quarters.
This is amazing. You got that over here?
Hey.
I'd find this torture.
Who are you? Oh, these guys are the video guys. This place is, you know, cross between
Video
the torture
guys.
chamber
I thought you weren't
and
expected until midnight.
I brought them
Hold
in.
on.
They needed a little extra time, so they got here early.
So this came out in
Hello.
87.
Yeah.
you said?
Yeah, honey. Yeah, don't forget the duck butter. Yeah, and the big, and the fluffed marshmallows. You know, that's my favorite. Yeah. Yeah. Down.
Nice. Oh, how does he do that?
Jesus.
Wires. Look, everything here isn't exactly what it seems to be.
I see. Get
You like that, huh?
There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gene Simmons.
That's the line.
Yeah. Nice place, huh?
Oh, yeah.
My kind of place. Just call me Mr. Hollywood. Girls.
That line gives me pretty big douche chills because I feel like he wasn't acting there.
No, he was
He was
definitely
38 there?
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah. He was born in 49? Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
38.
There's still hope.
There you go. We've still got time.
You're looking good today, but Hillary and Linda changed places. Come on. Yeah, nice. That's nice for Daddy. That's good.
There it is.
Gene, first of all, I just want to say how good it is
Yeah,
to
these
meet you.
Sounds like they were dubbed in.
They did, right? They're so clear. He's got like how you'd have a deer head on a wall, like
Right,
mounted on a plaque. He has 4 women.
And he has a Dracula cape on.
Yeah, he does. He does have a Dracula cape, but he has these 4 women's heads, and then he told them to switch places, so they're alive. They're just there for his enjoyment.
Yeah, you're all right.
This
On
is
display.
Joseph, our
Hello,
cameraman.
Joseph. Nice to see you. What a guy. Hey.
Now that I've got you both together,
John
I'd
Candy
like
and
to ask
Who's
you,
Harry
a
Crumb
little
at this
about your
juncture.
creative
It's
partnership.
weird.
We've talked about that a lot.
I don't like
Something
that.
else.
That's not a good question.
Not a good question.
Well, let's.
Linda changed places with Hillary. Yeah.
I don't think
That's
I've
better.
ever
I like
seen
that.
anything like that, Gene. That's much better. You're right. It's,
Isn't it
there's a
nice?
continuity here.
Yeah.
At any rate, let's talk about. I think something your fans would like to know a lot about. Why you took your makeup off.
No, they know they've Look, we've answered those kind of questions. Most people know all about that kind of stuff already. So
Gene seems like he's drunk this whole time.
Yeah, right?
Oh, no, Bob, that can't be true. These guys are teetotalers. They never did any drugs. Come on, Bob.
Do you not believe that?
Of course I don't believe that.
Gene, too?
Yeah, look at these guys.
See, I believe it with Gene.
They're both... Paul's tooted up, and Gene is fucking loaded on booze here.
I don't believe it.
Now, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. Gene seems like he's pretty messed up there.
that's good.
Rio 1982.
It was I think it was like the largest outdoor concert anybody had done up until that point. We did 147,000 people, and I guess you might say it was the end of Kiss and Makeup and the beginning of a new chapter in Kiss-tory.
Interestingly enough, as soon as we left Rio, there was a population explosion. A lot of new babies came out.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it would have taken 9
as a matter of
months,
fact, I
Gene.
think we have some footage from that concert. Joe, play it. Why is this house different from all other houses?
Well, I think you don't have to look too far to see that it's rather obvious that this place has things that most
Okay, a
houses don't
woman's
have.
being carted
There's a lot
out,
of things going on here that maybe...
Greased up on a spit.
Yeah.
Carried by two other
Carried by 2 other women, yeah.
nice-looking women.
What was that?
Nice looking.
That is my lunch.
I'm digging his white pants.
You know the way Mom always told you not to play with your food? Well,
How did...
No, that Gene character, sometimes it makes me laugh. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know where you guys stand with that. I don't know. But good stuff.
I don't know. This is a very strange experience for me. Like I said, I've never seen this before. It's very bizarre that they would even come out with this. Now, it certainly casts them in a better light than, say, Some Kind of Monster. That is just completely embarrassing and should have never been released. This is...
I love that documentary. I love it.
Oh, it's definitely entertaining, but I mean, talk about like pulling the curtain back forever.
That's exactly why.
I mean, it's like those guys are. There's no coming back from that.
Well, here in '87, Hetfield was like one of the coolest dudes ever.
Right.
And then, when that came out, it's upsetting.
This is the thing. I'm
again.
sure the guys in Metallica, if they ever got an eye full of this when it came out, would have rejected it outright. This type of. Although they spoke at length of some debauchery backstage at their shows, you know, what is? Hetfield spoke of women waiting for them in the showers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
None of those 4 guys, actually, at any point. Anyone who's been in Metallica has really ever struck me as like a guy who would really be so excessive and hedonistic. But maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I think they were just more angry. So
right,
you know, when you're more angry like that, I don't think this would come out.
Yeah,
but
I guess if it's there, maybe you take a poke every now and again.
Right, they weren't from the pussy ass Sunset Strip,
right.
So you know they were angry and from.
That's
San
what
Francisco.
I'm saying. At the end of the day...
Well, I'm not saying they weren't trying to get it in all the time.
Sure.
But, I think that would have hurt their image more back then.
Yeah.
Right, but image aside, you know, again, the spoils of being in a band, that's one of the big ones. And very few, if any, bands are immune from that.
Right.
Kiss certainly isn't with this display.
You like that outfit, Gene? Gosh, I think you should get that. White pants, a red silk shirt, and a black Dracula cape.
Yeah, I got the cape. So.
Okay, well, perfect. And then we got to perm your hair.
Yeah. I'll hit Joseph A. Banks on the way home today.
How did the band get discovered?
We sang on street corners. You know, some people are always saying bands don't pay their dues. Well, there was a period in our lives where we would stand on a street corner with a guitar case open. I would have a guitar, and Gene and I would stand and we'd go, you know, if you break my heart.
That's my part. Man.
Okay, watch this, folks.
Right,
now, just make believe you're walking down the street, throw a quarter this way.
You know, if you break my heart, I'll go.
but I'll be back again.
This is like straight out of Spinal Tap.
Told you once before goodbye. See all that
The
nasal.
tough little St.
And then sooner or later,
Hubbins
someone
of
would walk
real
down the street,
life.
and it was usually a neighbor of mine, and go, Stanley,
What
what are you doing down
Is
here?
that a
You look so
toothbrush?
cute."
Oh, no, that's
I
his
remember that.
glasses.
And he's going, oh, good.
Get out of here. Take your $1 and fucking beat it.
There it
This
is.
the
Another one.
archives. This is where we keep stuff that we've acquired over the years.
Let's put the lights on.
We keep all the stuff. There's one of Gene's bases. There's a lot of stuff on the walls, artwork. We try to keep a record of everything that's happened in the last, I guess, 12 years.
Now, when I first saw this,
There's
I thought
stuff
this
from
was like the
fans.
coolest thing in the world. Like, oh my god, this is all the, basically the cool. Because this was like, you know, when Kiss was out of makeup is what I'm talking about. Watching this, thinking Kiss was never going to be in makeup again. Like, oh my god, this is all the stuff from when they wore costumes and all their old instruments and tons of cool pictures. And
There's my guitar from about 2 years ago.
Here's an Ace Frehley puppet that a fan made, I think 1977. We have tons of this stuff.
This
all over,
puppet says,
all the other rooms that.
and this puppet says, I'm alive and well, where am I?
Yeah,
dig there.
still getting
Right.
their digs in.
yeah,
This is one of the famous cod pieces worn by Gene Simmons. That's me.
The one that gave Ace crabs.
This
Probably
thing has
the
had
Gene
many
Simmons.
look at
others
that
tonight.
thing.
Okay,
the
now
thing's
we go on.
destroyed.
This just got into the museum this year. This was retired after the last tour. This is the Tears Are Falling robe. It was also seen on the last tour, on the Asylum tour. That's a picture of Joseph Kiss Sr., who came up with the vision of Kiss in 1753.
That's probably my favorite part of the whole home video exposed. Joseph Kiss Sr.
Is there, how much more footage is there like this?
I don't know, man.
This is turning out to be a bad idea.
I know it is.
I didn't think there was this much. I mean, on the video cover, there's a ton of fucking music content here.
We're like 1/3 into it, but hopefully it speeds up shortly. Let's
Right there, Joseph Kiss.
That's, of course, a picture of him without makeup.
That's right, Mr. Joseph Kiss Sr.
All right. This is a famous full-sized model of Gene Simmons, though without makeup, which is why he's wearing the little paper bag over his head. But of course, that's sort of the smaller size of the variety. Okay, now.
Here's a gold album from the Asylum album. We don't have the platinum one up here because there was a hole in the wall downstairs, and we used that to cover it. Here's the hat that was worn in All Night video.
This was the key to the city from Bali. You can notice the strange thing, and here's the actual key.
Are there any
It's,
women going to
fastened in
appear
there.
in this video again?
Here's
Again,
what else
yes,
we have here.
just not in this
we
scene.
have a set of headphones, and what this is plugged into is a live tape from 1975. Right here's the piano that we did Beth on, and Christine 16. So
We won't play that now.
We won't.
Except as you're going by, I'll hit an E major chord.
Christine 16.
Okay, now we go on.
Okay. Here, we've been videotaping all our shows since 1973. Up here we've got,
Yeah.
yeah. Here's the Love Gun tape. This is the famous, infamous rather, holster tape. There was, I'd say about 300 girls who were vying to become the holster for Gene's Love Gun. Sorry,
I don't
no.
think we should.
This isn't
No,
one
no,
of
it's a visual medium. I think your fans need to see
This one may be.
No,
Why does he keep
from
touching that
Rock and
guy's
Roll Over. This
face?
is a-
No, I don't
Strange
think you can
man.
see this.
I think
This
Gene
is
touches
it's
people a
rather
lot.
long tape from
Yeah,
a
that's a
rather
long
long
tape.
It's kind of his thing.
I got a fist bump.
We
from
could
him.
probably
There
show
you
you some
go.
of the-
I was
But there's
Wait,
with the
back up.
picture, posing with the picture.
This
Yeah,
is vintage stuff.
he looked
This
at my wife
stuff.
and like looked her up and down,
Never
looked at me,
before
smiled.
seen.
said,
Never
"Yeah."
before seen. This
He
is
gave me a fist bump.
bootleg
I was like,
tape.
That's nice.
Okay,
1975.
that's cool.
Now, did you get the
Joe.
makeup picture?
No,
Is that-
no, no.
oh.
Yeah.
You can show this one.
You're like,
It's good stuff.
Hey, that was fantastic, guys. You were in black and white.
Put this on. This is Strutter from Detroit, 1976, Cobo Hall.
Yeah, it looked great. Wow.
Move ahead a little bit.
Joe, roll this.
A hot guitar solo from Ace.
Quite a
Fair
few
enough. Hey, look, we
musical
got another
pieces in
tape
a row
Good.
here.
for itself. This is Peter singing Beth.
Oh, Chris, be ready for Kiss TV on the cruise.
What is
It
that?
plays. There's like. There's
I
a
just
channel.
stepped into the pool on accident. Sorry. Good
There's a-
stuff. They're
There's
in
a
Paul's
channel on the
backyard.
TV on the cruise, like in your room, and it just plays Kiss videos the whole time.
Really?
Music videos only?
Music videos and live stuff.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Everywhere you go, there's Kiss playing, elevators,
Guys,
everything.
yes.
So
I look around me and I see you've been living full lives.
Full life. Christine's been living a full life.
She has large breasts, for those of you
Yes.
who don't get the
Surely
subtle
there
humor.
are some fantasies that you have yet to fulfill.
Surely was a fantasy of mine, but
looks like
I
Gene
think
has
I
Bret the
fulfilled
Hitman
it,
Hart
well, it
sunglasses
must have
on.
been last week sometime.
Oh, I get it.
But seriously, I mean, when you live in Disney World, you got to figure every day is another ride. And this is kind of like being on a roller coaster 7 days a week.
Another ride, 7 days a week.
Somebody wants to. Okay, I'll be back.
Gene, dot the I for me here. Thank you.
Yes?
The National Organization of Women.
Is there a fantasy that you have yet to fulfill?
Who was it?
The National Organization of Women about the benefit luncheon.
Oh, we're women.
He's got an inflatable cobra that he just
that popped up.
simulated a boner
Come
with.
back when you're off the phone.
Hi.
Hi.
You TV guys turned me on.
Jeez.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Kind of corporate. But I like ties. Especially paisley.
This is a paisley.
Best day
There's
of this
more
guy's life.
later. I have to go and lick some envelopes.
I see what they did there.
Cut. Guys, we still have to know about these fantasies.
You've seen them.
We've seen them.
That's right. The girls in the videos, you know, those little things with the round...
Girls with bad habits, girls with nuns' habits.
Brunettes in bed, large girls, little girls.
Blonde girls, short girls, tall girls.
Happy girls, all of them.
Oh, your videos.
Yeah, that's right. The record company pays us to play with women in the videos.
Now, wait a second. You're saying the record company actually pays you money to play out your fantasies on film?
That's right. And we go along with it because it keeps us from having to get a real job.
Rough life, isn't it?
And you know, I thought, it's crazy, I thought that the record companies, well, that the videos were just marketing tools used by the
Chris,
record
were you a big
companies
fan
to
in the
increase your
80s
record
of the
sales.
Well, that's how they look
the
at
woman
it.
they just
But
showed
we
the
just look at it as
bikini?
an excuse to have a
How
good
it's got,
time.
or not
It's kind of like a
bikini,
social
bathing
club. We
suit
get
with
paid.
the
Comes
Now,
way up
let's
on the
talk
hips.
yeah,
Tears
yeah.
are
Were you a
falling.
fan of that?
Sure,
This
why
goes
not?
beyond being
What's not to
sexual
like?
innuendo video.
It's kind of coming back, I've noticed a little bit.
In the swimsuit?
So there
Yeah.
is a theme.
To elongate the legs, so to
course.
speak?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's,
there's a theme to
it's
everything
all
we
right.
do.
It's
You
a
know,
good
you
look.
just have to find the tune and hum along.
Where were you at
All
with that,
right,
Bob?
well, tell us something a little
I'll
more
take it,
about the
but,
production of that video.
Yeah, you will. So you were brought up on like hip huggers and low cut, sort of straight
Saying,
across
"Go home
type
to
thing,
America.
right?
Go home to
Yeah,
America."
yeah,
Well, let's
but
take a look. Tears are falling.
I don't know. I love the '80s look still. Just
What was the string of fates that
Insanely.
A little too extreme for you.
no, I like it. I like it a lot. But I'm a equal opportunity offender, I guess. So.
There you go. You love all different looks and types and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
Some are better than others. Some are more to
Depends
your
the day.
liking.
Yeah.
led you to name the band Kiss?
We were driving in the car, and we had it was a trio now. We had gotten Peter Criss. Peter Criss was in a bar band in Brooklyn. You're gonna play that song for my girl, right? Yeah. And that was the kind of club it was. And we went in there. We were sitting
in there, we'd like to dedicate Ave Maria to...
Ave, and we went to see him play in a small club. It was called the King's Lounge. A very nice club. Very nice people were sitting on. Hey, this is good. What do you got there?
Hey, what are you, a
this?
boy or a girl?
Oh, girl.
Get out of here.
That kind of club.
The
And then,
Gallagher
so all
joke.
of us are driving down Queens Boulevard in New
They're
York City.
being semi-serious
think of
here,
the name.
right?
Yeah.
And everybody's kidding around, and he throws out, kidding, hey, what about Kiss? And nobody was laughing at that. Yeah.
Back in Gene's room. A lot of women.
really why
Gene
we want
Simmons
to
is
watch this
producing
video
an
at
as
all.
yet unnamed major feature. He has graciously allowed us to sit in on the casting session.
As yet unnamed major feature? Gene's not casting a film.
He's not?
No, he's casting our next party. We always like to get the cream of the crop.
Little girl, what would you like for Christmas?
He's just whispering in Gene's ear. She's sitting on his lap.
Well, you don't have to wait for Christmas for that. Excuse us.
Jesus.
All right, girls, now that you've met Gene
Smarmy
Simmons, it's time
stuff.
for the 25-point
Yeah.
bonus question. Now, let's say your body was covered with chocolate sprinkles. What would you want him to do with that tongue of his, that long tongue of his?
Lick it up!
What?
Lick it up, please!
Hey!
How did you meet?
I came to New York City, trying to put together a band that would play my material. I hadn't met anybody that was a writer. I thought I was the only one that wrote songs. And then this mutual guitar player friend of mine, who was in an old band that I was in, introduced me to Paul. And the first time we met, I must have made a wonderful impression because I said, "Oh, so you play songs? You can write songs too, huh?
Yeah,
let's see what you got."
So Bob, when a woman is just like openly
that's
stupid, like a bubblehead
remember the first
bimbo,
song was
does that work for you, or is
And
that
he
do you find
wound
that
up one of our
annoying,
first
or
Again,
do
it
you take it
depends.
on a case by case basis?
Yeah, case by case, depends on the day.
And probably from his perspective.
But in general, though, would
the
you
first
do
time
you prefer to be
together,
somewhat, like
relationship
intellectually
aside from
challenged, or
is,
a
that I
appealing
went to his
personality, or
band,
just
my
some
amplifiers,
idiot
because they were playing
coming
at a
up
club
to you
when I
wants to
Idiot.
who wants to
No, I'd prefer them to be smarter.
Okay, good.
A real hippie kind of place.
Andy, same with you, or
Yeah.
Acoustic guitar, and he's playing
I didn't
these
have a
songs.
group.
I mean, there's just
Come on.
there's only so long you can tolerate
The idiot.
the bimbo act,
Right.
And, I don't know. You gotta
a weird
wonder. You gotta
thing.
wonder about some of the gang of women in this video.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. That's a weird thing when you were approached by someone. I mean, that's been a long time for me where it's that kind of situation, but you're like, how do you get through the day? Like, you talk to some certain stupid women. And I'm sure the same thing goes with guys, too.
Well, yeah,
Not being a
it's the
sexist,
same.
but just speaking from my experience. I don't know.
How do they remain gainfully employed?
Right.
Cosmic.
Who's
Don't
hiring
let
these
anybody
people?
say that there isn't fate involved
Gene
in
for
your
his
lives,
next
people, 'cause
party.
This kind of stuff can happen to you also. Life is full of all kinds of changes and amazing coincidences that lead to prosperous fates. How's that?
How was
This is Paul Stanley's house.
Okay, this
We are
guy's
poolside
terrible.
at Paul
You don't like this
Stanley's
guy?
Tired of
patio.
looking at him.
Oh,
We're here to
our first
film a
exposed
segment
breast.
of Kiss Exposed
Side
and
Hogan.
his surroundings.
But you could see nipple.
Hi.
again.
Hi. Finished licking?
Envelopes?
Yeah.
When do you get off? And how?
Oh, we have 3 more scenes to do, so that'll take about 2.5 more hours.
Well,
But
I'll be in the jacuzzi.
I'll be there
Oh
in about 5
my!
minutes.
The maid is
Naked,
topless.
we
naked
can, get these
boobies.
shots later, can't we? All hell's breaking loose, and another video, Lick It Up, seems to give us a glimpse of a post-nuclear world. Is this some of your politics creeping into?
See, this guy walks into a doctor's office with a frog on his head. The frog says, "What's wrong with you?" And the doctor says, "It started with a bump on my ass." No, I blew that one.
Did you? What did the doctor say to the frog?
Guy walks into a doctor's office with a frog on his head. The doctor says, "What's wrong with you?" The frog says, "It started with a bump on my ass."
With that, let's take a look at All Hell's
Those are
breaking
jokes
loose.
that Nick would like.
You know, if we're into anything,
Well,
it's
that is
certainly not post-nuclear
that
Holocaust,
old-fashioned type of
post-nuclear
joke.
war. We're into post-raisin
Take my
brand,
wife, please.
post-nasal drip, U.S. Postal Services, what have you.
Post-toasties.
There's
There it is.
Toasties.
With that, let's take a look at All Hell's breaking loose.
Watch this. It's unbelievable.
That sounded dubbed in too, didn't it? It wasn't.
All the
but
best sound
Let's go. I
files
wanna
sound
find
like
that
they were
jacuzzi. It's
dubbed
gotta
in
be on this
later.
floor.
I think it's because we're so familiar with them.
It's possible.
They're iconic.
I'm sorry, but you can't go in
Well, why not?
because
This seems like
I am bigger than you.
this guy looks like how you'd think the guy at the beginning of the
Exactly
video would
right.
look.
Yeah.
So we got to go.
Gets
in.
hit with the cream pies.
Yahoo!
Now, who is this guy? Does anybody know who this old
Bob
guy is?
liked that. Bob liked beat it Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Love it loud.
That's their butler.
Right between the eyes.
Is that not
real Butler?
video
I
of
don't
yours
know.
just a bit fascist?
Beat it, Yahoo.
You know, sometimes I get annoyed. People start talking about all our videos.
I'll have to add
That's
that
not
one.
fascist.
Yeah,
That's
add
one
that
of the
sound
slowest
clip.
videos we've ever done. You know, people sometimes they come over and they say, you know, you're into symbols, you're into this, you're into that. I'll tell you something. The only symbols that we're into are the ones around Eric's drums. This gets so ridiculous sometimes.
Terrible
Gene was just
line.
saying something to me the other day. What were you saying?
That's right. The most important thing we've all got to consider, boys and girls, is that I Love It Loud is designed for you to lose weight. You put this video on. In fact, all you fat girls know exactly what I'm talking about.
Wow.
You will
Yeah.
sweat your
The Gene
pants
Simmons
off.
diet.
This is very true. In fact, tell me a little bit more about this, Paul.
Well, you know,
All
people
you
sometimes
fat
say,
girls.
Kiss, do something for the public.
You
We're into
wouldn't hear that
something right
anymore.
now that's
No.
called PSAs. That stands for Public Service Announcement. What I'd like everybody to do out there is check your hearing. This is essential to your auditory system, okay? Now, I'm going to continue talking. Please go to your sets and take the volume control in your hand. Now, as I continue to talk, I'd like you to make sure that no matter how low I go, you can still hear me. So, just keep going.
God, what the hell are they doing?
They wanted you to turn it up for
Yeah,
that.
I know. Stupid.
Where's that guy eating cake? That's such a weird one. Yeah.
Briefly discuss that, right?
Yeah.
Who's there?
Don't play hard to get.
Oh, Christine. Oh. Oh.
Are we almost to the end?
We're getting there.
We weren't as cool as everybody else. All the other bands were hanging out in clubs.
Utterly
We were hanging out
waste
in a
of,
loft on 23rd
time
trying
and
to learn
film
how to
there.
play better. Our Thanksgiving was eating turkey sandwiches, and we thought that was kind of upper class.
I'll tell you a funny story. Is our drummer at the time,
You guys
Peter
seen
Criss,
Spinal Tap?
was
Oh, yeah.
very
Yeah.
depressed about
This is
well,
like
things aren't going
exactly.
so well. This was only
It's,
after
it's
4 months
another
of rehearsal,
question is you
and we
just
were
wonder
putting
if this
on
is
one of our first
intentional
concerts in
to
New
be
York
like
City.
the scenes where
That we rented, we
St.
advertised
Hubbins and Tufnell were being interviewed by Rob Reiner because they would click back to Rob Reiner, then back to the Spinal Tap guys. It's like this is exact.
with everything in there.
What year did
went up to
Spinal
this
Tap come out?
sleazy
It was like
prostitute
82,
hotel on
83. It was
42nd
definitely
in New
before
York
this.
City. You
Yeah.
get out and bums
I
over
could
there
see that
But the
being.
thing about it is they're semi-serious in these interview segments. They're like
Yeah, they're like
actually
telling
speaking
their-
about their history.
We always thought of ourselves as a band playing an arena or a stadium. You know, bands try to do that nowadays, which is real nice, but I think it's definitely the right attitude. I mean, when we started off, we were a band that never played clubs. In our minds, we were always playing, we were always headlining, and we were always at Madison Square Garden.
And then the public came around to your way of thinking.
Well, we wouldn't let them go. We just kept turning up louder and louder until they said the only place you can play is an arena.
All right, this scene is simple. It's to tie in the last two videos,
Yeah.
Heaven's on Fire and the other one. What's it called?
We'll leave that as a surprise.
Let's put something special. We'll put something in.
Anyway, all you do is you walk to the camera.
Yeah.
Okay?
Is the camera going to move?
And all you do is sing, and then we'll
There's Sonny Crockett again.
want to join us on this?
Yeah, we're going to the beach.
You're taking Sonny?
Where are the carols?
Boy, Eric and Bruce got some prime scenes in this flick. Look at that.
Wow. Oh, well, I still got two to monkey around with.
Yeah, you do.
So Eric and Bruce take the monkey to the beach. Gene and Paul have 3 women.
What happened to Peter Criss, Ace Frehley, and the
Oh, boy, this ought to be
the
good.
other
St. John,
original Kiss?
Vinnie Vincent, they all went to Kiss Heaven. Some of them decided to go on and to try solo careers. Some of them may do well, some of them may not. They were in the band at the time. It seemed right, and not all
Again,
things last,
semi-serious
unfortunately.
here.
It's kind of
but-
like a four-way marriage. In these times, two-way marriages aren't making it. So it's real difficult when you have 4 people because everybody's constantly growing in different directions. You have
This
to
is
hope
weird
that,
how they get
your purpose
actually
is the same.
serious.
Sometimes you run
for
into trouble because people don't want to be
segments here.
team players anymore.
Of course, they're
Everybody
doing
has a
it to
right
take
wanna go out by
shots at
themselves and be in the
Pete
spotlight by
Peter.
themselves,
I
but
thought they were
the
actually
way we've
okay.
always seen this,
They
they're 4
said what
stars.
happened to
Once
them
you've been in the
or all
band,
the
it
rest of the
changes
guys in the
your
band.
life.
I
It
think
wasn't
you
too
can
big of a
never
dig
leave
right
it.
there.
You may think you go on. And,
Yeah.
Well,
okay,
except when he
here I am
laughed,
as a
I guess,
solo
when he said
artist.
Peter Criss, but-
Hey, weren't you in Kiss? You know,
It's a real important
They're
part.
veiled.
And I think
They're
that
not
once you've
as-
been in this
as
man, you always identify with being
you know,
in Kiss, and you think of yourself as having been a
sharp
member of Kiss. It's a real
or
special
direct
place.
as some of the other shots.
The more
they've
recent.
taken.
Do you see yourself now as more a movie star? Have you gone Hollywood, do you think?
I got to get out of this picture for this one, right?
You say
You know, what's
no.
funny is you get asked that from both areas. The movie people ask you if you are giving up rock and roll. Well, now that you've seen the light, and you know, what do you think of? Says it'll be, all that stuff, and then you do the same thing. The truth is, they're two totally different things, and one doesn't negate the existence or the importance of the other. There's no reason why you can't like steak and cheesecake.
Touring and the women.
I think Chris is going to have a
thing?
sore neck from all the times I've looked over and seen him shaking his head back and forth in disapproval.
Have you ever seen Gene act before, Chris?
Not intentionally.
Oh
no.
boy, we should watch that at some point. Next time we have a missing host.
Trick or Treat, he's in a couple scenes in that.
Yeah.
I thought he's actually pretty good in that.
Yeah, he was good in that.
But I love that movie.
The box cover is him and Ozzy. They're in it for
Yeah.
like a minute each.
Yeah, yeah.
What's
Ozzy's
the
like
one
30
where?
seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the one with Tom Selleck where he has more screen
Is that
time?
Runaway or the
Yeah.
Run?
That's
yeah,
got to
Runaway
be
sounds right,
shitty,
yeah.
right?
I've never seen
I
it.
have it. I've seen it. There's some pretty great stuff. I don't want to spoil it, but there's.
I might have to buy that today in iTunes.
I've laughed out loud at it.
Hey.
And it's not necessarily for bad acting. And it's not supposed to be funny. It was more just a surprisingly brutal act by Gene.
He has a terrible haircut in that movie.
Yeah,
doesn't
he does. It's really bad.
It's a terrible haircut all the time.
Well, imagine how bad you think it is and make it way worse, and that's what it's like in that movie.
See, like that dude in No Country for Old Men, the bowl cut.
It's like a bowl cut out of cotton candy.
Oh, God.
Really out to have your children.
Being on tour is real interesting because it's kind of like a buffet. You see everything spread in front of you, but you don't always eat all of it.
I like
Just
that.
nibble,
In fact,
huh?
I like that so much I'm going to use it in the
Next
next
song.
interview.
There's a buffet. A new song. Buffet. I don't want to eat.
The girl, anybody that
Yeah,
tells you
these
they
guys
form a
are
rock and roll
stone
band because they want
sober,
to
sure. Yeah.
I didn't necessarily say Paul was. He's the one making those noises.
contribute to the musical integrity of mankind is full of it. It's girls.
All right, all you
See,
little girls
Andy?
out there, wanna
Play
see
that
you
again.
backstage, 'cause
This is for you and Nick.
And
Hey, you see everything spread in front of you.
Oh, it's hard to.
A new song. Buffet.
It's hard to. Get
A
this
new
right.
song.
Let's just try here.
Buffet. I don't want to eat.
The girl, anybody that tells you they form a rock and roll band because they want to contribute to the musical integrity of mankind is full of it. It's girls.
Thank you.
all right, all you little
Right
girls out there,
there.
want to see you backstage.
But what happens when you're not full of it?
Yeah. You're full of it.
Why would I be full of it?
It's just, it doesn't make any sense. It's so utterly unrealistic that you have to call into question.
I don't get it.
So, forget it. I'm not going down this line of questioning.
See, with Flying Errands, I don't think that was more music. I think that was just comedy.
Performance art,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
will.
Okay.
So I mean, music to be in a band for me, anyways. I think it's great and it's fun to do, but that is like the icing on the cake or whatever. Like the girls, like that. That's great.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's why I don't think you guys maybe were into that, because it was just like.
But girls, no, that not that I'm saying we like cleaned up, but that was the band that girls liked out of the two
you're
bands we
goofy.
were in.
Girls
yeah,
like funny guys. Yeah.
girls
I
liked
get
it,
that,
and girls
yeah.
liked how not reserved you were. You're just whatever. You're kind of wild. You're the attention-getting person in the room, and you're acting crazy.
Right, they like funny guys.
Yeah.
They like confident guys. They like talented guys. They like dangerous guys. All of those elements you can get from musicians.
Right.
So you fit the bill on one, maybe two of those.
Actually, all of them. But go ahead.
You
were the one who said there was always an element of danger.
Girls, though.
I didn't say I wasn't interested, but I said the purpose of it wasn't girls.
That's the same thing.
No, it's
to
not.
Me.
It wasn't like, oh, we need to do this so girls show up or so we get girls. That wasn't the purpose.
But that wasn't even on the list of what your motivations were.
Not in the creation of it, but once it was rolling. I mean, it was just, you're a dude. You're a single dude. You like girls, but I'm saying the purpose wasn't girls.
Yeah, it still doesn't make any sense.
I wasn't
to
like,
me.
what can we do to make girls like us? That never crossed my mind,
Yeah,
ever.
I still don't get it. All right, let's charge through this thing.
We want to get down with you.
All right.
Joseph, come here. This is beautiful
Whoa.
stuff.
It is beautiful
you gotta
stuff.
Yeah, it
visualize.
is.
Now,
Look at
this is
that.
important. I want you to get this clearly. Get this, and then
A lot of
moving over
naked
into here,
boobies here.
We're going to see.
It's going to be 15 girls
Yes.
spread out by the pool.
Film here.
Oh, yes, we can. Don't stop filming.
I
This is
said,
good.
please turn off the camera.
No,
I wonder if this guy got any ass on the
Please, you
set.
crazy? Get your hands off the camera. This is a film we're editing.
Paul Stanley swimming underwater. The dead guy on a raft.
Alligator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm really sorry about the camera.
Yeah.
Listen, why don't you come back next week? You can see the place the way you wanted to see it. We'll do it. We'll show you the different rooms. We'll make it look the way they want it for television.
That'd be great. Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, the only thing,
What's that?
I want to plug my exercise tape. Promise.
Exercise tape.
The Paul
Wow.
Stanley exercise
You're
tape.
joking.
Come on.
It's gotta be
Hey,
toward the
hey,
end, right?
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
deal?
You got it.
Yes, the Paul Stanley workout tape for dirty minds and clean bodies. I will show you how to get the body you always wanted and the woman it belongs to. Yes, the Paul Stanley exercise tape. Join me, won't you?
The Paul Stanley workout tape, available where better videos are sold.
Because a muscle is a terrible thing to waste.
Let's
If you haven't seen that clip, look it up on YouTube. We really didn't want to talk about it, I think, because we were enjoying it so much. At least Bob and I were enjoying it. I don't know if Chris was.
You guys need
That's on YouTube, just a standalone thing.
Yeah. You guys need to superimpose your guys' heads on like a clip of that.
On
Or
Paul
just a
Stanley's
still.
head or on the women's
On
heads?
some of the women.
We can do that.
Let's end the interview with a real beauty shot. Can we see the fantastic tongue? You know that there was rumors that it's not your tongue at all, but a cow's tongue.
A what tongue?
A cow's tongue.
Cow's tongue.
Which is considered a delicacy in some
Does that
some
mean you want
markets.
to chew on it, my dear?
No, but I
Not
think
in
our
front of
director said something about it.
Let's see. Well, what is it about my tongue that...
What is it about it that's so amazing? Does it do things?
It elicits...
Cuts to a
proper
shot
response.
of the interviewer playing with
Sort
his
of like
tie.
that. In other words, you'd like to see it.
Yeah, can you stick
For
your tongue
free.
out and touch your nose?
Stick my tongue out and touch my nose?
It's great. Thanks.
Thank you. Would you like to see it wiggle or
Some
something?
homoeroticism between
close
Gene
up?
and this
Coming up
this
on us.
Donnie Iris looking guy.
Ready? Slow motion.
Come a little bit closer, you might.
Are you ready? I think I'm about to come. You ready?
God.
All right? Ready? There you go. Slow motion.
Why is this in here?
I don't
This is-
know.
something wrong here. Something uncomfortable going on with this.
Just a slow motion shot.
You know
of
he
Gene wiggling
totally
his
made
tongue.
sure this was gonna have to be in the movie.
This
too.
was part of the deal. Like I'll do this if.
You're welcome.
All right. Let's see what else we have.
It's got to be the end, huh?
I think that might be it. Might just be some little outro here. Well, that's it.
A list of the ladies on there too. Looks like.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Could be a next episode for you guys. Where are they now?
The ladies.
The ladies.
Yeah.
Lorena Casares. That's my favorite automatically.
You don't even know which one it is.
I don't
but you,
care.
You know. That's all you need to know.
Lorena Casares. Wonder what she's up to these days. So that was it, huh? They ended on the fucking Gene tongue.
The Gene
scene.
Tongue, then they played Rock and Roll All Night from the Creatures of the Night tour.
Horrible.
So, I know this doesn't count for anything, but just out of curiosity, if you had to rate this on our rating scale of Hell or Hallelujah, what would you give it? Who wants to go first?
Bob, you go first. You're the guest.
Well, I'm going to rate it with the videos because I've seen it with the videos several times, so I'm definitely going to give it a hallelujah.
Why, Bob?
I've never sat and watched it with just the clips like that, so it does take away from the video because it's kind of goofy. But
yeah,
I don't know. The videos are just great. The songs are great. But
yeah, but we've seen them in other contexts. So.
Yeah, well, if I was just gonna rate it on that, I probably still would give it a hallelujah, just because I don't know, it's goofy. I dig Spinal Tap, and it's just goofy.
Yeah,
that's it. There are some terrible parts in there, but good outweighs the bad.
I'm gonna give it a. My reasons are very similar to Bob's, but I don't know. There's just something about the fact that it's this giant band letting their hair down and letting themselves look stupid, which maybe you could look at it the other way and say, oh, that ruins it, or, you know, that takes me out of what I think, like how you're talking about some kind of monster, Chris. I mean, that wasn't because they were being silly, but what happened on screen changes your perception of the people in the band. I kind of think that's what happened with Exposed, but I liked it because it made them seem like just goofy, fun-loving guys, even though their senses of humor are kind of weird and hard to relate to. But
yeah, I mean, I can see that, sure.
Yeah, but for those reasons, I give it a hallelujah. And also, when I was a little kid, a boob was a boob, so, you know, this was as good as it gets.
A boob is still a boob.
You're right, but it's hard. It was harder then to see a boob.
This is true.
Now you can see a boob on your phone.
Yeah, but now you got to go to like New Country to see that type of boob. You know,
that type of boob isn't here anymore.
Does anybody really want a band of horses boob? I'm not really interested in that.
No.
Probably not.
I'm not sure why I key in on them. Maybe just because the name is stupid.
Yeah.
Band of horses. Get out of here with that. Yeah. I'm going to send it to hell, I got to say. I've actually never seen it before. It's interesting to hear some of the clips we use in the show that are pulled from it.
Yeah.
I'm with you there, Andy, that, you know, it's kind of fun to see them goofing off and whatnot, but it was a little too stupid for me at times. And just not enough TNA. I mean, there should have been like 10 times more of it.
It seemed like they crammed a lot in at the end right there.
Yeah, right.
But that's the thing. It's like, do away with the semi-serious, like, history of the band stuff. Nobody wants that in this context.
Yeah, do you think that maybe that's a problem because they wanted to get that out? I'm sure they wanted to have some kind of interview where they're explaining themselves that people could purchase and have at home, you know.
I don't know what the thinking is behind it, but they should have cut that stuff out in favor of more goofball shtick.
Yeah,
I think that's this semi-serious segments made the stupid stuff look even stupider, and sort of took the sheen off of that, and it's not enough TNA.
You would have liked to see more Monty Python-esque escapades.
I would have just
pool.
wall-to-wall 80s women is what would have made it better. There should have been at least 3 in every scene.
So
Lorena Cazares should have had a bigger role in this thing.
Look her up and see what she's doing now.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be in the Kiss cruise. All right.
Is there a way to look her up, Andy?
Oh, I didn't see what you were saying.
I mean, look, there's the credits. There's 7 women. There should be 21 women. There should be 3 screens of women's names on here.
There might be, but
I was disappointed.
So if there was no seriousness, Chris, would you have, and still the same amount of TNA, would you have give it a hallelujah or stay the same?
Same amount of TNA?
Yeah.
No.
But no serious.
No. I need more TNA. That's really the key here. The seriousness is take that or leave it, but there wasn't nearly enough 80s TNA for me.
All right, well, hold on. All right, we're looking up Lorena Cazares. A lot of Facebook profiles.
Yeah, I mean, You're not going to narrow it down
No.
much with that name. I mean, you're going to get half of Chicago coming up
Yeah.
with that.
Corpus Christi.
Humboldt Park, probably.
Oh boy, I hope this isn't her mother dies in fire.
All right, that's enough. See, again, the seriousness of it is killing it. You're ruining it for me. Boy, Bruce and Eric got hosed in terms of their
They did,
appearances
right?
in the movie.
They just hang out with the monkey.
Can only hope they were getting laid off camera while this nonsense was going on. That would be the only saving grace for them, I think.
Do you guys know if they were married back then?
I don't know. I don't
No
think
clue.
Eric Carr was ever married.
No.
'Cause I know he dated, I can't remember her name, but it was a playmate for a while, up until when he died.
Oh, right, yeah.
But, yeah, but I don't think he was ever married. I don't know much about Bruce. I know he's married now, and it was somewhat recently, but I don't know if he was married another time before that.
And didn't they have like chicken fingers at the wedding?
Was that a story from...
No, he was just... When we met him, I remember he was like chowing on chicken fingers.
Okay.
Like all over his hands and his face.
What did he have, like KFC Nashville chicken? With the
I think it was from that hotel bar.
Okay, they have a bunch of hot sauce on it or something? Yeah. He's tearing it up.
He was nice, though. He was cool.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. All right.
Yeah, it's time to wrap this one up.
Well, Bob, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. It's a shame I don't get to see Nick crushed.
Well, it's the Christ is risen day.
The Christ.
The Christ is risen. I don't get it, but yeah, Nick's got other things going on that holiest of holidays. So, is it holier than Christmas?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nick is, me on vacation all week, and then this. We just couldn't get the schedules together, but we'll be back back on track for episode 150. Another milestone on this ridiculous journey of ours.
Well, hopefully I see you before November, Chris.
Oh yeah, it'll happen.
I'm sure we'll
whether
go to
we
the
want,
expo
whether the
again.
expo. It's
Oh,
coming
yeah,
up
is
in
that
May.
May?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to come rolling in there in our fucking Cadillacs again.
Cadillac's
That's
gone. I got rid of the
What?
Escalade. Yeah. I bought a
can't
Denali
just-
this time. I know. I
just
I still
drop
have
that on me
buyer's
at the end of
remorse
the,
right now. I know.
You have buyer's
sorry.
remorse? Did you just do this?
I got it in December.
Okay.
And
So you traded in toward the Denali?
yeah, yeah.
How
but
is the Denali?
I like it, but it's not the Escalade.
Nothing is.
What's missing? The luxury? The
no,
power?
it's really it's fast, it's strong. It's still SUV, but no, it's just not the Cadillac.
Doesn't carry the same prestige when you drive it around?
Yeah, I felt good every time I got in that car.
Right.
Damn right you did. What
White,
what color
the
is
white Escalade, and
Yeah.
now you have a
I have a black Denali.
black Denali.
Yeah.
All right.
But I have like the huge dope boy rims on there now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're like 22s.
Yeah, that'll work.
So
That's how it came, or you bought those?
yeah, it came like that.
The
so.
Alive 35 vehicle is gone into the
Yeah.
vapor. That's a heartbreaker.
Maybe I'll rent a Escalade just for the day. Or that
That'd be fun.
CTSV. Maybe I'll get that for the day. Which do you have the which ones do you have?
We have the SRX.
Right. Okay.
It's more of a crossover.
Is it a Lexus outside right now?
Yeah, that's my daily driver.
Gotcha. Nice.
You guys living it up.
Yeah.
Hey, us childless guys, man, we got to have some extravagances.
There you go.
We ain't saving for any college tuitions.
Buying guitars, amps, and Cadillacs.
Or is that still in the picture for you, possibly, Bob? Or what's your plan there?
With kids?
Yeah.
Maybe in like a year or two, but I don't know. I'm gone all the time. It seems like my wife's cool with it, but I don't know. I just want to be a dick.
Yeah.
But do you think it'll happen
Yeah,
at some point?
yeah.
That's in the plan for you?
Yeah, probably.
Andy?
Probably.
Yeah?
God willing.
It'll happen down the road. Okay.
The God.
The Christ willing.
But
Yeah, it ain't. That ship has sailed for me, so it's gonna be pimp cars,
Perfect.
cruise vacations, and mansion houses and all that shit.
That actually sounds pretty great.
If you need someone to leave the guitars and amps to, I'm still quite young. If you want to leave them to me, I could put something in my will. So if I go first, you can grab one of mine.
Yeah, you'd put them to good use. So I'll definitely consider that.
Perfect.
All right, let's kill it, and we'll be back with the format next week.